Welcome, everybody. It is El Paso Rhinos hockey as the Rhinos play Game 2 against the Corpus Christi Ice Rays. The forecheck, but Torianen has no problems. Up to Biederman on the run. Stewart behind him, and Biederman checked loose of the puck. And some of the fun from yesterday carrying over to Saturday. Oh, man. I will say this, Corpus Christi very successfully. The Rhinos held a 3-1 lead about midway through the third. Wow, that was almost a bit of a trip on Nick Evans. That's not called, so Evans falling. That's sent in a little further by Charles Turner. This was the Equestrian Center. This was quite literally a barn. Not until Corey Herman said, I think I can put a sheet of ice in here. Did anybody think of it as anything other than a place where they show horses? Here's Troutwine trying to lift it in. Comes back to Nolan Smith. Giblin and Kaiser. Nice stop. Giblin to Gregoire. Rips one, that's deflected. Good job by Biederman on the back check. Good to see your centerman working defensively. That's going to be icing on Corpus Christi. So the Rhinos will have a draw with 9:52 left in the first period. But yes, as the case may be, I've got a 2-2 jersey. Back it comes. Here's Gregoire. Gregoire. Good lead pass to Giblin. Giblin shoveled off the puck. Coming loose on the run, it's Bergner. Aiden Bergner shut down. Back into the corner, Bergner giving chase. Low, the pass out, looking for it. Wolcott can't make anything of it. Zhaburganov. James Chase, that's patted away by Medelsky. Chase ready to feed, skating in the deke. The shot turned aside, Medelsky. Point blank. Chase taking into the corner, and now we've got a stoppage, and we may have a couple headed to the box. So, 4-on-4 hockey. Petulny and Chase into the box for roughing, 2 apiece. Rhinos will win the draw. That's a good bit of open ice, and ready to take advantage of it is Honka from Kaiser. Honka around his marker, and he scores! Absolutely roofs it over Michelli's left shoulder. 1-0 Rhinos, just like that. The National Hockey League newsletter that The Athletic has asking the officials, why don't they wear gloves? It is cold, right? Not if you're on the ice skating. Here's McKenzie bringing it over the drop, and the nice shot. Turned aside, Troutwine off Medelsky. Stuck into the corner it goes. Rhinos come up with a loose change. Wolcott up the middle. Honka, nice pass, breaking in. The shot, the score! Jackson Petulny! As we get back to 5-on-5, Petulny makes it 2-0 Rhinos. How about that? As we were looking at the scoreboard. Nearing. We'll bring it back. The nice drop. Dangling off it into the corner, Setapani. That's brought down by Torianen. Up the right wing, loose. Here's Shore in behind. Neely will pick it up for El Paso. Honka can't clear the zone off McKenzie, though. Bounces to Giblin, and here's Honka. Troy Honka in and out. Trying to get his way wide. That's a good carry into the corner, but going to be called for a penalty is Lucas Hinn. El Paso not able to keep possession with under 2 left in the period. And 1:04 left on the power play. Rhinos, I think, will change up the lines a little bit. Ethan Wolcott, nice to Honka, nice to the shot's hit upon him. Rather Costello roofs one again over the shoulder of Michelli. Power play goal, El Paso. We've got some goals to score you here in about 30 seconds of game time anyway. Neely to Giblin, the shot. That's stopped by Michelli. He doesn't get it in the glove, but he gets as a junior hockey player. And the team's nice. Keep the shot up high, and that's Michelli getting a piece of that from Patulny as the Rhinos win the draw. Cam Kaiser got it. Patulny with a backhander, stopped by Michelli, and back the other way. Here comes Corpus Christi with 2-1. That's loose. Medelski's got it, and that's going to be the end of the first period. Welcome back, ready for second period action as the Rhinos leading the Ice Rays by the score of 3-0. Linesman has gone down a couple of times. It's a good lead here. Trying to send it back over, find someone too. It's Bergner, the shot, the score! Charles Turner turns around and makes it 4-0 Rhinos. 15 seconds on the man advantage. Great work on the penalty kill with some excellent vision by Michael Medelski. Lead pass, that's tipped away. Gregoire gets a piece of that one off McKenzie. Here it comes, Biederman. Able to keep that one off of Nolan Smith's stick. Not cleared. Maruna, the shot is wide. The glass. Face off, won by McKenzie. Here's Hahn, kicked away. Medelski trying to control, got the first one. Didn't have to work on a second. Good work by Turner to push it around the boards. Picked up though, Obstfelder. McKenzie receives. Jack McKenzie working. Comes to Nering. Back out up top and crossing to Hinn. Off the stick of Gerhard. Rather, Richard. Richard going to retrieve it low. Keeps it into McKenzie. Works it low. Behind the net, Nering. Passed out to Hinn. Hinn through the screen. Medelski has to turn it aside and does. Spinorama just to get loose. And Bergner puts it up the wing. Oh my, that's a hold. Hinn trying to keep Nolan Smith. Two-line bomb. We talked about that two-line pass, and it is indeed a hold. Easton Swift, Cam Kaiser wins the draw for El Paso. Sent across Costomo. Shore. Honka to Kaiser, scores! One-time slapper. Cam Kaiser. Costomo on the draw with Easton Swift. Swift will win that one. Swift takes this feed out along the left wing side. Gregoire trying to hold him at bay. Swift, nice move to swim around it. Husak couldn't get a hold of that. Rhinos will clear it. Gregoire able to foist that one away from the stick of Easton Swift. Evans, though, back to Troutwine. That's stopped. Out it comes Costomo trying to drop it off. Oh, he was waiting for Honka, but it's stolen away by Nick Evans. Good work on the back check. And here comes Husak from the corner up to Swift. Swift skating in, shot deflected. Don't think that had to make Medelski. Somebody got a piece of that one. Cohen waiting for it at the right point. Sends one through. Off the glove of Porco. Gets it up and out of the zone. Here's Honka trying to build up some steam. Takes it, swivels and backhands it around. Troutwine up the left wing. Nering off the puck. It's sent in by Setapani. Around the boards and behind, Grayson Cohen. That's an unfortunate deflection as Nering tried to clear it. I think it's off the referee, and the Rhinos have it low. Feed, shot, safe, stretching out. The return is in for 6. Sam Anderson. Xander Michelli down in the butterfly to stop the first shot, but it bounced right back to Sam Anderson. Exhibition between the Stars and the then Arizona Coyotes. Cam Kaiser can't make anything of that. Giblin has to take it into the neutral zone. Tag up offside. Wasn't able to have that game until 2021, obviously with COVID. And it then made the jump into the NA3 and then NAHL the next year. Giblin. Nice shake and bake. Out it comes, the pass out. Porco picks his spot, deflected. Michelli puts it into the corner. Gregoire will skate it down. We've got a penalty on El Paso, and it looks like a cross check. We can make use of a bag. Just bring napkins. Biederman wins the draw, brings it out, the shot. Oh, on it, the shot and the score. It goes in and waiting at the far post. William Stewart able to muscle that one through. And Troy Hunka on the draw here. Draw one, though, by Grayson Cohen. That's all the way through. Medelsky puts it into the corner. Fighting for that is McKenzie. Can't get a hold of it. Here's Porco. Will take it. Bouncing puck. Hunka gets a hold of that one. Oh, that's going to be a trip. Well, speaking of penalties, Brizgalov absolutely trips up. 14.5, 14.6% rounding up on the man advantage. El Paso doing what they can to be physical and get that draw. Out up top, here's Hunka playing the point. That'll come to Shore, bouncing puck. Tommy Shore skating in. Hunka through the screen, he scores! Puts it over Michelli. Power play goal number 3. 7-1 Rhinos. And his 8th of the season to equalize Cam Kaiser. We skate 4-on-4, and that's going to do it for period number 2. Welcome back, everybody, to the El Paso County Coliseum, or actually County Event Center. Duke Keith along for the ride with you as the El Paso Rhinos lead the Corpus Christi Ice Rays 7-1. But carried away now by Cam Kaiser. 47 seconds on the power play. That'll be brought in onside, Naring. Fought off by Corpus Christi. Bounces back to Nolan Smith. Smith chased by Chase. Smith around the marker, fought off, and nice pass, but Brizgalov keeps that one off the stick of Laviolette, who was ready to bounce that one in. It was a good pass, but Brizgalov did very, very well. Here's Maruna on the run, 2-on-1, Cifaldi. Maruna scores! That's a beautiful shot. Johnny Maruna. Bled in tight. Trying to get a hold of that was Troy Hunka. Costomo couldn't make a connection, and there's a penalty coming again in Odessa. Delayed penalty short, and that is touched by Sinani. Rhinos win the draw. Nitre rifles one. Giblin turning and firing, trying to sort it out between his skates. Patulny just never could. Brizgalov danced well enough to hold Patulny at bay, and Patulny, for his part, just trying to put it on his stick, and it just never got there. Crossing, now brought in. Jaburganov, dangerous with the puck, trying to feed, but it's off target to Sinani. Nitre puts that one off Patulny and down low. Nitre tangling with Cohen in behind. Good clearance, though, by Corpus Christi, and 45 seconds gone from the Rhinos power play. They'll change the unit. Shore, Hunka, Wolcott. Cam Kaiser's already out there along with Costomo. And here comes Cam Kaiser. Shore, Hunka. Shore, through, deflected. It's off of McKenzie's skates, into the corner. Fought off Costomo, trying to come around for a shot up top. Shore, rifled in, it's scored again! Another slap shot from the left circle. The team captain, Cam Kaiser. 4 power play goals of the night. 8-1 Rhinos. NA or NA3. It's been a wonderful tradition. Toure Anand in the back. Corpus Christi will get the clearance off Gerhard. Anand to pick it up from his blue line. Carries it in nicely. Gerhard shot off balance. It's deflected. Gerhard gets that one. It's off the back of the net. Out it comes Biederman. Feeds it in front. Medelsky has to stop it. That's taken and cleared. Good work by Nolan Smith. Beautifully done. Not all the way down. That averts icing. Richard, good headman pass. Gerhard deflected. It's deflected off Jackson Porco. Setapani Gets a hold of that one, and here is El Paso. Protopopis trying to feed it. It's in behind. Bouncing puck, Setapani to the corner. Calling for it to the point. Gregoire lifts one in and score! Jumps down, and a great deflection. Bergner right at the crease. 4-2 win for the Bismarck Bobcats in the championship game. Here's Neely. Neely, Protopopis settles it. Setapani. Gregoire. That's icing. Oh, a score! Off the draw. Zaberganov. That's 2 goals in 2 nights for the Russian. Shore for roughing 2 minutes. Troutwine 2 minutes for the slash on Medelsky. So those will offset with Corpus Christi on the power play. They'll stay there. All right, Biederman. There's a deflection, and it's just wide. That's off the body of El Paso's Diego Hada. A fortunate bounce for Hada. And the Rhinos, here's Gerhard, fought off Medelsky. Looked like it was a screen. He'll absorb that with 3.7 seconds remaining. Against Chase, who wins the draw up top to Gerhard. One last up and off of Medelsky's gloves, and that is going to do it. Rhinos salute their netminder Michael Medelsky. Did a fine job tonight.